Assalamualaikum. My name Muhammad Daniel bin Cik Rosli. My ID number EA19058. Today I will present about the modeling of a MAGLEV system. Introduction. The identification of an unstable transfer function model for a magnetic levitation system MAGLEV by a subspace identification method. The closed-loop nonlinear model equation of the magnetic levitation system under PID control is simulated and a second-order unstable transfer function model is identified. PID controller settings are calculated based on the identified model. Using the PID controller on an experimental MAGLEV system, an improved transfer function model is obtained. A PID controller is designed based on the model, and the performance of the above PID controllers are evaluated on the experimental system. The controller designed on the model identified on the experimental data works better than that obtained from nonlinear or linear model equation. That's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Sufi bin Mazlan, EA19052. I will explain the system modeling for the magnetic levitation. The magnetic levitation experiment is a magnetic suspension system which is used to levitate steel ball in air by electromagnetic force generated by electromagnet. So as we can see here, we can get the transfer function equation by undergo several steps. There are 9 steps altogether. Step 1 to step 9. In this step, we use a metric form to derive and we get the transfer function. From the matrix form, we get the transfer function is equals to GS is equals to C in bracket SI minus A negative power of negative 1 B plus D. Okay, so after we get the transfer function, we can look here. This is the closed loop system of magnetic levitation. We have input, controller, plant, output, and feedback. The feedback is 1 value of feedback, and this is the application of subspace identification. This diagram is the application of subspace identification that has been discussed in this research. In magnetic levitation, the applied control is voltage, which is converted into the current via a driver embedded within the unit. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Fahmi Safwan bin Yahya with ID number EA19034. Today I would like to present on my part, which is control strategy for a MAGLEV system. So the control strategy that used in this system is proportional integral derivative, which is PID. PID control provide a continuous variation of output within a control loop feedback mechanism to accurately control the process, removing oscillation and increasing process efficiency. For parameter reported in the user manual of the experimental system, we get Ks equal to negative 0.2613 and Ki equal to 0.49. Hence, we get the pole is 0.511 and negative 0.511. The controller is designed based on the linear model by the pole placement method Sidambaram 1998, and the basis of the pole placement method is to choose the closed loop pole and also to assume the mode of controller. So in this figure, they show the dataset was used for the identification of non-linear MAGLEV. The performance of closed loop system is evaluated by simulating the nonlinear magnetic levitation system by the PID setting from both the transfer function model. The result shown in figure Z, the closed loop response of the nonlinear system is evaluated for a step change in the set point 0.009 meter to 0.00795, which is shown in figure 3. Regulatory response for the magnetic levitation system for a 10% in change in K. We can see the change like the figure 5. The MAGLEV system for 10% change in K is shown in this figure. There is a difference in the response due to non-linearity of the system. If we use the experimental data to identify a suitable transfer function model, there may be a difference in the parameter when compared to that based on numerically generated data for the nonlinear equation. This may be due to the mismatch between the assumption made in the development of the nonlinear equation and that of the experimental system. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Deni Izzuddin. For this video, my part is a project analysis. So as you can see from this graph, this is obtained by BID control system for our MAGLEV system. The value in the system is for KC is 0.825245, KI is 0.0937, and KD is 0.863. Okay, for this graph, from this table, this comparison of PID settings and the poles of three identifier models, the system at the steady state is 0.009, was given a 10% step change to the nominal value. The time is 400 seconds. This experiment is a closed loop performance for the magnetic levitation system. Okay. As final result for this signal, the BID settings obtain the transfer function model that implement on the physical MAGLEV system to verify the response of the non-linear model and the real-time experiment. This response show that in the other figure, even though initially there are oscillation in the response, system attains stability eventually here. Okay, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name Muhammad Daniel bin Syed Rosli. My ID number EA19058. Today I will present about the conclusion. In conclusion, to find a suitable transfer function model for a magnetic levitation system, subspace identification algorithm are used. To identify the model, the Moon4-seed algorithm is utilized. First, on the data acquired from the nonlinear model equation, and then on closed-loop data collected on the experimental system. The controller are built using one of three transfer models: a locally linearized model, a model derived from a nonlinear model equation, or a model derived from experimental data. The controller's performance is assessed using a real-time system. It has been discovered that the controller based on the experimental data model performed better than the model derived from the nonlinear model equation. The issue that was encountered during the identification, as reported by Shahab and Doraiswamy 2009, is not found in the present method. That's all from me. Thank you.